covering Northern California. You're watching Action News Now, coverage you can count on.
A once hopeful search for missing teen duck hunters, now a recovery effort. We show you why crews are switching gears on the Thermalito Afterbay. And new at 6, the driver of a fiery high-speed chase learns his fate behind bars. But first, Governor Newsom came to Redding today. New at 6, why Shasta County says it is disappointed in that visit. We told you at 4 and 5 how the governor stopped in our area in Redding for the Jobs First program tour. But that wasn't all he spoke about. Governor Newsom spoke on local issues like the Bidwell Mansion fire and local leader involvement. Action News Now reporter Blake Mayfield is live at Shasta College, where the governor spoke just a few hours ago. Blake, does the state plan to step in and help restore the mansion?
Haley, Governor Newsom did take the time out to recognize the loss of the Bidwell Mansion, but when asked if he would use California taxpayer dollars to help rebuild the historic site, he would not give a clear answer.
I haven't had a chance to visit it, and let me circle back with you about any state support as it relates to the specifics of the fire. In fact, our team will assemble and give you some of the details. I appreciate the question. Thank you.
Now, I tried to ask further questions to get those specifics he referenced, but was told he wouldn't be taking any more questions, actually. We reached out to Newsom's office and are working to find out why he wouldn't take further questions. Newsom also told reporters today that he invited local Republican representatives to attend his news conference, but Shasta County CEO Dave Rickert disputed that. In a statement to us, Rickert said, quote, "While we welcome and strongly support initiatives that enhance opportunities for residents in rural communities like Shasta County, it's disheartening that our local leadership was neither informed nor included in today's announcement," end quote. And for the record, Assembly District 1 representative, a newly elected Heather Hadwick, was in attendance, along with incoming Shasta County Supervisor and newly elected Supervisor Matt Plummer. They both were in attendance, standing behind Newsom during the conference today. Reporting live in Redding, I'm Blake Mayfield. Action News Now.
Thank you, Blake. You know, it's interesting. I spoke with Shasta County Supervisors Tim Garman, Kevin Cry. I corresponded with them, and they both told me that they weren't invited. They would have been there. Garman said he would have been there if he had been invited. And I reached out to the governor's office with the county's claims that the county claims really maintains that the office invited local elected officials across party lines about the governor's visit. We're still trying to figure out why Matt Plummer was there. It's a little bit controversial. We do know that Governor Newsom said that the main reason he came to Redding today, it's because it's one of the 13 regions he believes will see the most positive impacts from his Jobs First program. The program looks to create jobs while fighting climate and global challenges that impact the state's economy. And as of October this year, the state's 5.4% unemployment rate is the second highest in the nation. It is 5.3% in Shasta County, so just about the same level as the state. Breaking news, we just got our hands on the official recount for Red Bluff's Measure R. The Tehama County Elections Office says it completed the recount today and confirms the measure did not pass. The department says one ballot has been counted as an undervote because the voter marked so far outside the box that the machine was unable to pick up any part of the mark. This resulted in no obtaining one additional vote, but the department attributes this to voter error, not machine error. And it was wet out there in Chico today. This was around noon on the Esplanade in Chico. Raindrops falling on the roadway. Camille Acevedo tracking the early week storm. Camille, we have some dry conditions ahead for this evening though, right?
That's right, Haley. We definitely had a wet day today, much needed rain for our area, but we are going to see a dry period starting tonight for the rain. Now, we could still expect to see some snow continue in the higher elevations like the mountains, but as for rain, well, what we saw today is it until this weekend when we are expecting to see some more rain by then. We also had some chilly temperatures and cloudy skies, and then of course some breezy winds. Let's take a look at the current temperatures right now. Currently in Chico, it is 48. 47 in Redding, and the wind speed right now still 16 miles per hour in Chico, some southwest winds coming into our area, and then Redding at 9 miles per hour. And so we're going to continue to see these light winds as we go into further this week. Back to you.
Okay, thanks, Camille. Several roads in Glenn County are back open following severe flooding over the weekend. Right now, there are still a few roads closed, including County Roads 57, 48, 45, and 25. The Sheriff's Office says public works crews are still assessing how safe it is to reopen the roads. For the latest updates, find the article on our website under the Local News tab. That rain is making things tough for crews searching the Thermalito Afterbay for 2 missing teens. Action News Now reporter Margot Rowe went out to the Wilbur Road boat launch and shows us why investigators say this has gone from a rescue to a recovery.
I'm Action News Now reporter Margot Rowe at the Thermalito Afterbay, where crews are wrapping up day 3 of the search for Wes and Andrew, the 2 teen duck hunters who went missing in the Thermalito Afterbay Saturday morning. Now, I did speak with the parents of the boys, and they have been here this whole time. And as you can see, there's other trucks here, cars here. These are actually families and friends that are here to support the parents while rescuers are out searching the waters. Now, the Butte County Sheriff's Office says multiple other counties and agencies have been brought on, even a volunteer diver. Yuba County, Placer County, and Nevada County, all search and rescue teams have been out and deployed and searching for these 2 boys for the last 3 days, and they are expecting to continue the search on Tuesday as well. Now, I did speak with the parents, and they told me at this point they just want to bring their boys home. They want them found, and they want them returned back to their arms. And the grandmother who I spoke with says that they are already making funeral arrangements, but they just want to bring the boys home as soon as possible. Now, crews don't work during the night, so they will probably pick back up as soon as the sun is up tomorrow morning. But we'll continue to bring you more coverage of this search, and hopefully they'll recover the boys soon. Reporting in Orville, I'm Margot Rowe for Action News Now.
If you know anything about what happened, you are asked to call the Sheriff's Office. New at 6, remember this high-speed chase and the suspect involved in it. We told you about the chase back in June, and the Tehama County District Attorney's Office says a jury just found the driver, David Robinson, guilty. He sped off after courting police tried to pull him over for an expired license plate. We were at the scene that morning. Robinson crashed into a patrol car, then drove into oncoming traffic. Officers say after they performed a pit maneuver, Robinson ran from the car, which caught fire. We're working to learn when he'll be sentenced. Red light cameras could soon get the green light to make intersections safer across Chico. Councilmember Tom Van Overbeck says police department staffing has improved from when he first made the proposal in September of last year. He told Action News Now today that the extra enforcement will save lives and pointed to how successful the cameras have been in Redding.
So in Redding, they have a very successful system, and they've reported a 60% reduction in collisions in the intersections where they have the red light camera system. So they work, but you have to manage it the right way, like a lot of things.
Tomorrow night, council members could choose to request proposals from photo enforcement vendors. Here, requests for proposals. Van Overbeck says typically vendors lease equipment to the city, which is paid back through fines for red light runners. If approved, the city could lease 6 to 10 cameras for its busiest intersections. We're working to learn which ones. Heads up if you're still recovering from the park fire. The Small Business Administration Disaster Loan Outreach Center is closing for the holidays. The center will close from this Friday, December 20th through January 6th. It's located in Butte College's Small Business Development Center in Chico, and it helps fire survivors secure low-interest loans of up to $2 million. While funding for the year has run out, you can still apply for loans for when new funding becomes available.
You know, it's just heartbreaking to look at it now, but I'm not very pessimistic about not being able to build it back, and I think it can be done.
An Action News Now exclusive right there. Meet Ed Wilhelm, a great nephew of John Bidwell, speaking out for the first time since the historic mansion burned down. He's part of the Bidwell Family Association, which gathers annually and is already looking forward to rebuilding. Wilhelm says this is what John Bidwell would have wanted. But the question, if the mansion can even be rebuilt at all, still remains. Blue Ox Mill, a company that was involved in the mansion's recent restoration efforts, says it is possible. The company says it can reproduce all the original style wood. As we've reported, the mill had already helped create exact replicas for the restoration project. The shop recreated 400 balusters, corbels, and molding using the same type of wood that was used to construct the original mansion in 1865.
The same size of material, the same thickness. That's what we were doing. Every stick of wood in that building was identical. Identical. Every stick of wood had to be judged by the state. Did we duplicate this? We can do it again, yes.
The mill is still making the old growth redwood materials and will be saving them just in case the mansion is reconstructed someday. State Park says it's still not ready to make a decision, though, on whether or not to rebuild. The North Valley Community Foundation does have that Bidwell Mansion fund running to support the mansion's future. We have a link to it on our website, actionnewsnow.com. Driftwood returns to Lake Oroville. We show you what's causing this annual frustration, new at 6. But first, CAL FIRE stepping in to protect cultural heritage in the name of fire safety. We show you why California law has stood in the way for decades. Also new at 6.